With preseason, Caitlin Clark is changing, and it's not just about making more accurate three-pointers or sharper assists. It's about defense. Yes, defense. It's not even the Caitlin Clark you remember from Iowa, who dominated the WNBA stage last year and lit up the scoreboard while struggling on the other end. Caitlin's excitement over a stop smacking the floor, calling switches, cutting off baseline attacks, and taking delight in it is something we're witnessing for the first time. This isn't happening in a vacuum, though. It's because of this Indiana Fever starting five, Clark Mitchell. Boston, I didn't see Howard and Bonner there, but they might be the most well-rounded, dangerous unit the brand has released in years. She stopped the baseline and the forced baseline, and we can see that she's getting excited. But defense, oh my God. After forcing a reset and cut off a dry baseline, Clark pumps her fist in. The festivity last year, Clark coasted on the defense screen, swallowing her up as rotations came late, and critics correctly marked her as a weak link. This year, however, the muscle she acquired in the offseason wasn't just for show, it's showing. You can practically see her buying into defense like never before. She just didn't have it as a rookie, but it's evident in her attitude and the fact that she's leading on Dean, not hiding on it. That's progress and accountability right away, though, as you can see who the expected starters are going to be. Boston's Dana Bonner, Aaliyah. Howard, Natasha, I'm going to pause this clip because of something I noticed about Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark at the point guard. According to Caitlin, her second year feels different from the first. The tempo and physicality are different, but you're prepared for it now. Clark's consciousness is a component of what makes her a high-level. We're seeing the effects now, a more grounded foundation, stronger recovery steps, and a guard who doesn't back down. She is aware of her shortcomings, and she recognized defense was one of them. The offseason was about building strength, endurance, and defensive motor rather than honing her handling or increasing her range. She put a lot of time with me, and we were in here constantly. So I believe that was the biggest thing for me. She pushed her nose into a hard concentration in the offseason, trying to become stronger. I am really grateful for Sarah's strength condition, that consistency to be able to work on it for 6 months or whatever it was. So I feel much stronger. I'm a fairly self-aware person, so I knew that would be a big part of it. And, you know, it's going to help me out both offensively and defensively. Not become as exhausted throughout Clark's strength training helps me not only offensively, but defensively as well, because it improves my core, resistance training, and capacity to absorb contact on screens. I also don't get tired as easily. Remain upright and resist hand checks. Clark didn't. The difference between surviving the season and winning it is that she returned to the WNBA stronger. As Clark changes, so does the team around her. Stephanie White isn't just coaching, she's putting structure in place. You can see it in the defense as they're exchanging screens. One thing that quickly caught my attention, though, was that you can tell who the predicted starters are going to be, and that's Dana Bonner and Aaliyah Boston. They're also pushing sideline help, and most importantly, they're doing it with a team that can finally execute. Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, and of course, at the point guard, Caitlin Clark. One thing I observed about this footage, and I'll pause it for a moment, is that they are defending themselves pretty well together, which is something I've heard in interview clips and noticed in many Rachel breaks. Lowering the anticipated starters, Dana Boston's Bonner, Aaliyah Howard, Natasha, Caitlin Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell. Not only is that a strong lineup, but it's a terrible matchup. Clark provides the tempo and intelligence. Boston is a bruiser with touch, while Mitchell delivers the microwave scoring. Bonner is the glue, and Howard is everywhere. The squad is not just talented, but also balanced in terms of attack, defense, leadership, size, and voice. The veteran has seen it all and doesn't falter. No obvious flaws or passengers, and I've been delighted with her game regardless of whether she's on the Fever or not. Dana Bonner is merely a veteran who's in the your appropriate time and location. Despite the fact that this is their first time playing together, they are still learning out each other's play styles and working on their offenses. You can almost envision Dana Bonner as a floor general without Natasha Howard chasing after her. She just knows where to go. On a block, then gets back up to try again. Howard is the X factor. She runs the court like a guard and contests corner threes during help side rotations. thanks to her unrelenting drive. She is the reason Indiana can run aggressively. Every successful team requires a chaos maker. But defensive sets without continuously breaking down DB have been amazing. She is such a selfless leader who leads by example every day, like if we were sitting over there chatting after today. She says she is here to win, but she actually means it. Regarding practice, there are things we need to improve on, things that went well, and things that everyone knows we have a lot of talent. However, you have to put everything together, and even though you have all these amazing players on the court, it will still work. Evie has been amazing. As you can see, she is not only a fantastic leader, but also a fantastic basketball player who has won championships. She knows what she is talking about, so when she talks, it will take some time to figure out how everyone works with one another. Everyone pays attention, so when a second-year player like Clark says, I want to win for her, she sets the tone. She's selfless and leads every day. I want to win for her. Bonner may be the most significant offseason addition that no one is discussing, not only because she can score and defend. That's leadership. Bonner provides Indiana what they didn't have last season: identity, tenacity, accountability, and a veteran who improves everyone else. Let's discuss offense, since this team's new spacing is deadly, with Mitchell and Clark flanked by choices for stretching. They appear to be operating a 4-out, 1-in-5-out spread offense that will be very difficult to defend. And Caitlin runs high PNR kicks. They are also running 4-out, 1-in sets, quick ball movement, early pick, and rolls high horns and pace. A lot of pace with the Indiana Fever. To the wing clean look in time with the humming off ball movement. This is flow basketball, not the cliched sluggish fever of 2023. Clark's greatest talent is anticipation. She sees the second pass before the first is even made, and she will feast with room around her, but the true secret is everyone's. Clark acknowledged that this is essentially a new team, new coach, and new roles, but the egos are nowhere to be seen. No posturing, no ball hogs, just pros, and that's dangerous when you combine elite talent. Touching the ball keeps defenses honest and teammates locked in. Now for the underappreciated part, chemistry. Dynasties begin with selfless mindsets. How do you listen and how do you recover? I believe it all comes down to your relationships with your teammates. You have to make an effort to cultivate those so that you can hold people accountable when something goes wrong. They recognize that holding someone accountable is for the team's benefit, which is maturity and leadership. Clark isn't just aiming to be the star, she's also wanting to be the leader because she knows team dynamics. It's important to establish relationships. The culture changes when the team's alpha is focused on accountability. And that's what makes this Indiana Fever team not only fascinating, but also dangerous. They have a generational talent in Clark, who is now stronger and smarter, and a bruising front court with Boston and Howard to floor. If you're still sleeping on the Fever, wake up, because the defense isn't optional anymore. The ball is moving, the bench is louder, the stars are sharper, and the team has a real head coach in Stephanie White, who actually coaches both ends. Last year they were entertaining. Caitlin Clark, she is now, after victories rather than just Rookie of the Year rumors and highlight reels, this is a breakthrough, not a rebuild. Welcome to the new Indiana Fever.